It's Mark Willoughby, Robbie Mahfouz back from the post-game show in the radio booth. Robbie, Southeastern wins 45-31 over an upstart program, Texas UTRGV, who undefeated coming in. And came in here with their hair on fire, want to make a statement nationally. I thought they played well tonight, but Southeastern did what they had to do to come out of here 45-31.
Yeah, we did. And the important things were 1-0 in conference. We get through next week. We have a week off, and to me, it's a very strategically, I know we didn't place it, but it comes at a good time, right in the middle of the schedule. We were sloppy at times. We need to clean that up. However, we got the job done.
Let's talk about what went right tonight. I thought both quarterbacks played outstanding. You hear that old saying, if you have two, you don't have one. Southeastern has two.
They do.
Very well tonight. Carson Camp throwing dimes, Kyle Lowe with his legs, and throwing the football. Right. Talk about their play.
Well, we looked at their statistics after the ball game, and they're almost identical. They were both very effective, and you got to keep playing both of them.
No doubt about it. DeAndre Jackson finally got to see what he could do when he gets in the open field. Ran the ball hard tonight, over 100 yards. Jalen DiMaggio, big game, 7 catches, over 100 yards tonight. Had a drop in there late, but made some great catches tonight. And defense, for the most part, again, there was some weird stuff going on. You had a trick play right at the end of the half, and they kind of just kept playing, and they scored some garbage points late. But defense did enough when they had to.
They
Talk
did.
about the play of the defense.
They did, and that's a good football team we play. They're very well coached. They know what they're doing. They had some good schemes that gave us trouble at times, and with all that being said, we when we had to play good defense, we did.
And they're going to win some football games.
They absolutely are.
Yep. They dropped to 4-1, Southeastern 3-2. Everything's ahead. McNeese to close out a 6-game stretch, as you talked about, to start the season. Then you have an open date, and then you get the backstretch of 6 in a row. So everything's all in front of this football team.
Absolutely, and they just need to keep playing hard. The one thing and that they can control, that they need to clean up, is penalties, because that's going to come back to haunt you.
And probably for the first time this year, Southeastern was, I would say, sloppy in a football game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the penalties. You had 9, I believe, that were called. You turned some guys loose. You fumbled the football. I mean, you did some things that aren't characteristic of this football team. With the leadership. Again, they've brought the energy every week, and
right.
They did again tonight. But got to clean that up moving
right.
forward.
And you don't know if we're going to have to win every game to get in the playoffs. That may be a scenario. You touched on it in the radio broadcast.
Well, again, the playoffs. They look at margin of victory. A lot of those things are important to the committee, and how impressively you win football games. So that's why it's kind of right at the end of the game they score a couple of touchdowns to close to within 14. But again, that's going to be a good football team, and again, they have a great scheme on both sides of the football. They have good players, and very welcome addition to this league.
Absolutely.
That'll do it for me and Robbie Mahfouz and all the folks here on the Southeastern Sports Radio Network. We'll see you next week live from the Hole in Lake Charles. I'm Mark Willoughby.